Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Trishy, and for today's Yin Yoga class, we'll be balancing our energies. Come and take a comfortable seat. You can be cross-legged, kneeling, sitting on a chair, up on a block. Feel free to bring your palms on top of your knees. And as always, you can choose to keep your eyes open or closed. This class is intended for anyone who's feeling wired and tired, or on the other hand, feeling depleted with no energy at all. It's just more meant to bring all the energies back into balance. Bring your palms in front of your heart space together in prayer position. Let's take a cleansing breath together. Inhaling deeply through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. If you're sitting up on a prop, you can just move it off to the side, but have it within reaching distance. And you can take a block, come onto hands and knees, tuck your back toes under so that the sole of the foot is now facing the back edge of your mat, and then place a prop underneath your hips as you sit back down. So you really want to be sitting on top of a prop while you have the toe squat in your toes. Then you can raise your right arm overhead. Bend through the elbow as you bring your palm to the back body, and then bring your left palm onto your right elbow, just gently pulling the shoulder girdle back. And you can stay with this arm position or swing your left arm all the way down and around, reaching back for the right palm or just grabbing onto clothing. So find a way to get comfortable. We'll be here for a while. Especially in the toe squat, it really helps to have the props for this one. And if you're new to the practice of Yin Yoga, we hold passive poses for minutes at a time, relaxing every muscle that doesn't need to be working so that the stress goes into the joints and connective tissues, making them stronger. And you really want sensation to guide you in Yin Yoga, which means if you're feeling pain in the pose, you want to back off. And if you're feeling no sensation at all, you want to be somewhere around the middle. One way that you know you've gone too far is if your breathing is no longer relaxed, peaceful, and natural. Release both arms slowly down by your sides. Might feel good just to roll your shoulders forward and back. And then when you're ready, we'll go to the other side. So raise your left arm overhead. Grab onto your left elbow with your right palm, just gently pulling the shoulder back. And again, you can stay right where you are or reach back, grabbing onto your right palm with your left, or just grabbing onto clothing. You can also use a strap or a belt. Very slowly begin to release both arms back down by your sides. Again, if it feels good just to roll the shoulders around, you can do that a couple times. Come onto hands and knees, and for the feet, it might feel good just to tap the tops of the feet down onto the mat before coming and sitting back down. I'm removing one of my props for the next pose, but you might want to keep both or none. The next pose will target the ankles as well as the tops of the thighs, so that's why I'm including the prop on this one. So you'll have to take a moment and just play around with what feels good and what targets the appropriate edge and sensation for you in the pose. And then you can just sit back down. And then reach your palms back behind you. Scoop your tailbone under. And then squeeze your shoulder blades onto the back body. You can keep the head and neck lifting up. And if you're more on the hypermobile side, you can just lose the prop and lower all the way down. Keep breathing into the sensations in your body. If you've done this pose before and your neck is free and clear of any injuries or kinks, you can go ahead and lower the head back just for the last minute or so. Okay, to come out, reach your chin towards your chest, then lift up on the fingertips and use your arms as much as possible to just push yourself back up into a seated position. Then once you get there, just hang out for a moment. Then come all the way forward, bringing your forearms to the mat, and then bring the top of your head down to the mat just for a moment as kind of a counter stretch to the pose we just did. Use your palms to support the back of your head. And then you can sit back again. Move your prop off to the side for now, and then come and lie down all the way onto your tummy, supporting yourself with your forearms. So your forearms are about shoulder width distance apart, and depending on the sensation in your lower back, you can walk your elbows further out in front of you or further in for more sensation. And then if you like, you can get a block and support your forehead, just lowering your head down onto the block. This will help to release any kind of tension in the neck. Broaden through your chest, bringing your shoulders onto the back body, and just settle down. Feeling all the parts of your body which are connected to the earth. If you feel good and your edge is respected, just stay exactly where you are. If you wanted to transition into seal for the last couple minutes, just straighten through your arms. And then you can walk your palms out if you would like less sensation, or in if you would like more. And you can feel free to turn your palms out a little bit to the sides. No matter what variation you're in, just lower all the way down, bringing your forearms parallel to the front edge of your mat and then lowering your forehead down. Then you can bend through the knees and gently windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Then you can lower your feet down and just wiggle through the hips. Then when you're ready to slowly lift back up, place your palms next to your shoulders and press up into a tabletop position on hands and knees. You can bring your big toes to touch, knees go as wide as comfortable, and then sit your hips back to the heels, extending your arms out in front of you. You can bring your forehead to the mat or to an eye pillow if that feels nice. And if you're feeling a little bit more on the edge of tired and wired, you can bring your palms together and then move your palms to the back of your neck. I'm just going to keep my arms forward and down. Begin to press into your palms, using your arms to help yourself lift back up. Sit on your heels and just take a moment. And then when you're ready, you can come cross at the ankles, sit down on your behind, bring the soles of the feet together, and let your knees fall out to the sides. I'm grabbing my props for this forward fold so that when you're ready, you can gently fold in between the thighs, bring your head down on a prop. It's all right to round your spine in Yin Yoga, so long as you're not pushing or pulling yourself to get deeper into the pose. You can always place some blocks underneath the knees. Just find a way to be comfortable. Very slowly and mindfully lift back up, using your arms. Once you get back up, just feel the energy flow. If you were using props, you can keep them with you and turn to face the long edges of your mat. Then extend both legs wide out to the side. If you want to use your props for this forward fold as well, you can have them out in front of you. And then when you're ready, just lower on down in between the thighs. You might take a moment just to get the props the way you would like them to. You don't have to flex through the feet. And in Yin Yoga, you really don't want to go to your furthest edge right away, but over time, while holding the pose, work your way to it. So if you're feeling this into the hips and inner legs, that's where you would like to be targeting. And once you do, respect your body, don't go too far, and stay relaxed. Gently re-lift yourself back up. Once you get there, feel the effects. Then you can move your props off to the side. Help your feet come in with your hands, bend through the knees, feet to the floor, and then slowly drop your knees, first one side and then the other. Then you can lie down all the way onto your tummy. Bring your forearms out parallel to the front edge of your mat, and then lower your forehead down onto your palms. So I like to use my eye pillow here. It just makes it a little bit more comfortable underneath the forehead. Relax all the muscles in your body. Tune into the natural rhythm of your own breath. Begin to lift back up, and then just flip all the way over onto your back with your knees bent, feet on the floor. If you use an eye pillow in your practice, you can gently place it over your eyes. Bring your arms into a cactus or a T shape. Shift your hips an inch or two over to the right, and then just let both knees drop over to the left. If you can't keep your right shoulder blade on the ground, just place some blocks underneath your knees, or even one in between your knees. Begin to lift one knee back up and then the other, shifting your hips back to center. And then we'll just go to the other side, so you can shift your hips an inch or two over to the left, and then drop back both knees over to the right. Gradually lift one knee and then the other back up. You can recenter your hips. And then when you're ready, you can extend your arms down alongside the body, palms facing up, straightening through the legs, letting them relax completely. Bring your shoulders onto the back body and completely relax your entire body. Take these last few minutes of peace and quiet just for you. Nurture yourself before you nurture the world. Begin to deepen your breath, stretching through your palms, through your legs, maybe raising your arms overhead and taking a nice deep stretch all through the body. And when you're ready, you can roll over to one side, gently removing your eye pillow if you were using one. And then you can come into the fetal position, supporting your head with your arm. When you're ready, you can press through the arms, come back and take a comfortable seat. Just become aware of the effects of your practice on your body and your mind and your heart. And then bring your palms together in prayer position in front of your heart. Let's finish with a cleansing breath. Inhaling through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. Thank you so much for practicing today with me, yogis. If you enjoyed this class, please subscribe to my channel. I put out new classes every single Friday. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you so much. Namaste.